The UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and the French President Emmanuel Macron are expected to meet anytime soon. This is the first time the UK-France summit in 5 years is happening, as Sunak is expected to push for Macron's assistance to tackle the cross-channel illegal migration. Also, key UK cabinet ministers are also travelling with Sunak. We've got the UK Home Secretary Suella Braverman, Foreign Secretary James Cleverly will be there, Defence Secretary Ben Wallace and the Energy Secretary Grant Shapps are also set to meet their French counterparts on the trip. The two leaders will also focus on rebuilding more friendly relations after the tensions over Brexit. However, Sunak is under an immense amount of pressure to secure a deal over illegal migrants arriving from France and more cooperation as well. More UK-France coastal forces in the Channel is what they want. However, the UK's aim to deport some to third countries like Rwanda, and a more straightforward way would be to return some to France or other EU countries, something which used to happen before the Brexit under the Dublin Agreement. Well, the UK proposed law has already come under heavy criticism from the United Nations. The UN Refugee Agency warned that the draft law will amount to an asylum ban and called for more humane solutions instead. Meanwhile, some UK officials believe Macron will not likely agree to all of this, and instead the focus will be to work out a new EU-wide returns deal. Well, apart from the migrant issue, both the leaders are also expected to discuss the Russia-Ukraine war. According to a statement by Downing Street, Sunak and Macron will agree to further coordinate supply of weapons to Ukraine and the training as well of Ukrainian troops. The summit also paves the way for King Charles III to make France his first foreign destination for a state visit. For more, our correspondent Alex Isaac is joining us live from London. Alex, good to see you. A lot of expectation for this trip. How do you think that Sunak can manage Macron's support in this cooperation effort to tackle this huge issue of illegal migration?
What we understand is that this is definitely going to be a conversation about more than just the small boats that are heading over and the illegal migration that's coming across the channel. As you rightly say, it will be about defence as well as nuclear issues. So this conversation that they will be having is not just amongst themselves either. They will be with French business leaders and discussing multi-agency approaches to working together and going forward. We do know that Rishi Sunak should really arrive at 10 a.m. UK time to speak with Macron and those business leaders, and he will hopefully try and bash out some of the conversations that we keep hearing around Whitehall with regards to changing the bilateral returns agreement. However, we also hear from those French MEPs who are suggesting that this is not going to be something that's discussed or even proactively going forward at this time. There are a lot of people that are asking the questions about how much money are we also, the UK also giving to France. We gave them, since 2018, £200 million to help with those migrants and the crossings, giving extra border patrols in France and in the water as well. But yet we saw 43,000 people coming across in last year alone. So people want some value for money, and there is some rumours going around that we are going to be offering France even more money to try and stop those small boats coming. Now that's going to see a lot of opposition from the Labour Party within the UK, who want something's actually done about these boats rather than just talk and giving money away. So we'll see what happens after today, but we should expect a press conference later.
Okay, it'd be interesting to see how that offer of more money goes down. Also, how different do you think Sunak will be from his predecessors in the UK-France relations, do you think?
I think it's going to be incredibly different. It's just the first conversation really in the last 5 years with UK and EU conversations. And both Sunak and Macron have been described as having a bromance, although that has been shot down a little bit this morning by James Cleverly. He said it's not a bromance, but they do get on a lot and they have a lot of similar attributes. Of course, as well, when you're looking at the two leaders there are a lot more similar attributes. Both have had to deal with strikes in their countries in the last couple of months and going forward as well. So I'm sure they'll have that to talk about. But it's definitely a step forward in relations compared to Liz Truss, who said that she didn't trust Macron. And of course, we had all the Brexit issues with Boris Johnson as well. So there is positive going forward, and not just with France, with the whole of the EU. Of course, Macron is only one person, but it's hopeful that if this communication and relationship starts to sweeten a little bit, that maybe a lot more going forward can change, and there's a lot more positivity that we can get with both the UK and EU relations.
Okay, a Sunak-Macron bromance. Interesting. Alex Isaac, thank you so much, reporting from London for us this morning.